This is Caitlin. Welcome back to the Good Muck's Guide to Yoga Nidra, digging into the Koshas. If you missed our previous explorations in Part 1 and Part 2 of Manomaya Kosha, the physical body, and Pranamaya Kosha, the energetic body, you may wish to pause this recording and visit those first. Or, if you're ready to journey into the third kosha, Manomaya Kosha, the mental body, where our thoughts, emotions, and sensations reside, then I invite you to stay with me here. The 5 koshas are sheaths or layers of being, ranging from the gross physical body all the way downward to the most subtle body, where we can meet our core true self. Today we will journey through the first 3 koshas together, settling in for our Yoga Nidra practice now. You may wish to practice today lying on your back in a traditional shavasana position, or you may choose a side-lying position or a prone position on the belly, or if lying down doesn't feel supportive, you may wish to simply lean against a wall or other support, getting any props that you need to feel 100% comfortable. You may wish for a pillow underneath your head, or one underneath your knees to protect your low back. You may wish a blanket to keep you warm, or an eye mask to block out any light, taking all the time you need to settle into whatever position you've chosen for today's practice, taking any micro adjustments to get even 2% more comfortable, knowing that when you reach your position, there is nothing else left to do. There is nowhere else to go. This is your time to rest and restore, journeying inward, following the guidance of my voice. Gently closing the eyes if that feels comfortable for you today, if you haven't yet already, or simply keeping them at a soft gaze if that feels more accessible. Inhaling in through the nose all the way up, and then exhale all the way out. Relax, release, let something go. Taking another inhale in, filling all the way up, and then exhale all the way out as you relax, release, let something go. And one more time, inhaling all the way up, and then maybe exhaling on a sound or a sigh, gently waking up the vagus nerve, which activates our parasympathetic nervous system, our rest and digest, and we'll bring a little bit more of that vagus nerve activation into our next breath as we inhale through the nose and then exhale on a hum. One more time, inhaling in through the nose and exhaling on a gentle hum. And last one, inhale all the way up and then exhale on a hum. Tuning in now to the sounds around you, listening in to any sounds in the space around you, and what might be the farthest away sound you can hear. Perhaps a car rumbling outside, a neighbor in the garden, or a beloved pet playing in the backyard. What is the farthest away sound that you can hear? Tuning in now to the closest sound to you. What is the closest sound you can hear with your ears? Maybe the hum of a fan, or the snoring of a beloved pet curled up next to you. What is that closest sound you can hear? And knowing that any sound you hear during your practice, including the sound of my voice, will only guide you deeper inward. Taking a moment now to set a sankalpa, an intention for today's practice. You may be working with a sankalpa already, or for today's exploration of Manomaya Kosha, you may wish to use the following. I allow all thoughts, emotions, and sensations to move through me freely. I allow all thoughts, emotions, and sensations to move through me freely. And whichever sankalpa you choose to use today, taking a moment to repeat it in your mind 3 times now. Turning now to the rotation of consciousness as you move from part to part in the body, following the guidance of my voice. And you may wish to imagine as you move that your internal system is a river and you can flow freely from part to part, starting with the mouth, tuning in to the sensations of the mouth, the tip of the tongue, the root of the tongue, the upper gums and teeth, the lower gums and teeth, inside the right cheek, inside the left cheek, the upper lip, and the lower lip. And can you flow now to the inside of the right nostril, and then inside the left nostril, the tip of the nose, the bridge of the nose, the right eye. Can you imagine the right eye as a heavy stone that sinks to the bottom of your river? The right eyebrow, temple, flowing to the left eye. The left eye is a heavy stone that sinks backwards to the bottom of your river. The left eyebrow, temple, the space between the eyebrows, the top of the head, the back of the head, the left earlobe, the firmness of the left outer ear, inside the left ear canal. Can you flow deep inside the left ear canal? And can you follow that current all the way over to the right ear canal, deep inside the right ear canal, and then flowing out to the right outer ear and downward to the right ear canal, the throat space. Can you tune in to the swell of water flowing in the pit of the throat space? The right collarbone, right shoulder, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, the palm of the hand, all 5 fingertips on the right hand, water flowing through all 5 fingertips. Moving back up to the left collarbone, the left shoulder, upper arm, elbow, forearm, wrist, the palm of the hand, all 5 fingertips of the left hand, water flowing through all 5 fingertips. Moving back up to the heart space, opening that flow of water through the entirety of the heart space, and then down to the torso, the right side and the left side, the navel, lower belly, the right hip, the upper right leg, front and back, the knee, the lower leg, front and back, the ankle, the sole of the right foot, all 5 toes of the right foot, water flowing freely through all 5 toes, moving back up to the left hip, the upper leg, front and back, the knee, lower leg, front and back, the ankle, the sole of the left foot, all 5 toes of the left foot, water flowing freely through all 5 toes. Tuning in to the left side of the body. Can you imagine your river flowing freely through the entirety of the left side of the body, and then the right side of the body? River flowing freely through the entirety of the right side, back to the left side of the body, and then over to the right side of the body. River flowing freely through the entirety of the front side of the body, from the tips of the toes to the crown of the head, and then flowing down the back side of the body, from the crown of the head to the tips of the toes. The whole body now. Can you feel your river flowing freely through the entirety of the body? And then letting that go to tune in to the natural, easy breath in the body, the natural flow of the inhale and the natural flow of the exhale, like a wave coming into shore and a wave heading back out to sea. Not trying to change or fix anything about your wave, just noticing where the breath is in the body today. And on your next inhale, beginning to count down with the breath from 17 to 1. Inhaling for 17, exhaling for 17, inhaling for 16, exhaling for 16, Inhaling for 15. Exhaling for 15. Maintaining the count on your own now, at your own pace. And at some point in time, you may simply release the count wherever you are as your mind begins to drift further inward. And letting your count go if you haven't yet already. Can you begin to see or sense that river throughout your body again? A river of clear, clean water that flows with ease. Nothing in the way, just a natural flow throughout the body. And then could you begin to bring some cloudiness into the river, a murky muckness to the water, with maybe some rocks here and there blocking the flow. And then could you return to that clear water that flows with ease? Your body has a river of clear water flowing with ease. And then could you begin to return to that muddiness in the water, perhaps some rocks or additional debris blocking the flow, that murky muckiness in the water. And then could you perhaps begin to bring both of those sensations into the body? A river of clean water flowing with ease, with cloudiness and muckiness and rocks blocking the flow at the same time, both flowing with ease and blocking the flow. Both clear, clean water and a mucky murkiness to the water. And then could you let that all go and simply allow your water to flow naturally out into the sea, taking a moment to return to your sankalpa. I allow all thoughts, emotions, and sensations to move through me freely, taking a moment to repeat it in your mind 3 times now. And once that's complete, beginning to count back up from 1 to 10 with your breath. Inhaling for 1 and exhaling for 1. Inhaling for 2 and exhaling for 2. Coming back up to the physical body and space around you at your own time, at your own pace, bringing back some gentle movement into the body, perhaps wiggling fingers or toes, or maybe a full body stretch overhead, before gently rolling over to your favorite side if that feels accessible to you. Resting here for a moment to seal in your practice. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Again, my name is Caitlin from the Good Muck. If this video was supportive for you, please take a moment to like, subscribe, or comment on the video and let me know how you're feeling after practice today. If you need additional integration support, I've put a journal prompt in the pinned comments below, and I'll hope to see you back next week for part 4 of the Good Muck's Guide to Yoga Nidra, digging into the Koshas, where we will continue our exploration into the 4th Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, the wisdom body.